Hi, everybody. Today, I'm going to talk about the culture of your business because I feel like this is one of the most important pieces that often we talk about, but actually kind of gets ignored in our businesses, whether it's a big business, a small business, or you work for yourself. A strong culture is so important in growing our business and having a profitable business where people enjoy coming to work and customers enjoy being a part of your business. I've been a part of cultures that are great, and I've been a part of cultures that are not so great. And one thing that I found overall that makes a great culture is when the team is not micromanaged, that they are empowered to bring their creative ideas to work, try new things without fear that they will be marked or possibly fired for trying a new idea in the business. That they're empowered to come at work every day and bring their best self, and they tell everybody about it because of it. I've noticed a number of things over time that can break down a company culture, which I'll go over in a second. But first, I want you to think about your own culture of your own business. Whether you work for yourself or whether you're part of a business with employees or contractors, think about what stands out most for you of what separates you and your business apart from others. Is it the hard work? Is it charitable giving? Is it the fun that you create around your business? That all can be really important. And stepping back and understanding what that is so that you can clearly state that is really important. When you think about the company culture you've built, are there any negatives that stand out that you feel like you're starting to get disjointed from what you intended to do in your business or the feeling that you intended to put out there? What those things can do is lead to a breakdown in your business. So it's important to step back and identify those and take action. So let's talk about some things that you can do to make sure that your culture doesn't break down. First off, I know it seems great to have celebrations and pep rallies, but a lot of times, if the culture inside the company is actually not authentic, what happens in those pep rallies is that the employees know that it's not real. What can go a lot further is that you actually get to know your team, that you have real relationships with them, you understand their personal lives. That will go a lot further to motivating your team and knowing that the people that they work for care about them. Secondly, don't hire and fire as part of your culture because what happens with that is then people start running in fear. Rather, when you actually create team projects where the team is evaluated rather than individuals, and it allows people to brainstorm and be in it together, they'll also self manage themselves to make sure that they come to successful outcomes and that someone doesn't get hurt in the end. So, it is important at whatever level of the organization that you are empowering people and also training people on how to influence rather than having to have a title to be a leader to be able to get a specific result. Thirdly, don't just assume that your culture is going to work out. It's something that needs to be monitored and cultivated over time. It can be hypocritical when you think about your company values and you're not actually living by them, you just say them. A lot of people go about putting a culture out there, but not actually setting time aside to making sure that it keeps growing, that people are actually living that culture. So when you do this, you want to make sure that you constantly step back monthly, quarterly, annually, whenever you can with your team to make sure that the way that you're operating is aligned with your culture and your values. Lastly, make sure your culture is inclusive. After you've thought about what you want your culture to be or what your culture is and whether it's withstanding the test of time, think about whether it is invitable or relatable to anyone new coming into the organization, whether that's a customer or a team member, and that those people don't have to be exactly like you. Having that variation of opinion and personalities can only make the business be better. It will attract more talent, create new ideas, new perspectives and experiences. So I hope this was helpful about getting started on making sure that you're thinking about your culture and that you're constantly monitoring it for the success of your business.